Hi there, Libra. Welcome to a special reading. It's a new offering that I have. I have a version of this also on my website. It's called a spiritual pep talk. I've actually came up with this idea a long time ago, but I just never implemented it. And I just realized I want to try this. So I'm going to do a, like a universal one for everybody who happens to be born under the sign of Libra. If you like this type of reading and you'd wish to order a personal one, I do have a special offer and it's listed below this video, so check it out in the information section. And so what it's going to be is I'm going to pick 3 tarot cards and 1 oracle card, and it's just going to be looking at what is happening in this moment and coming up with a message that is meant to be inspirational. Okay. Okay. Now, let me just shuffle the... I put these so far back I don't need to. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if this is the same card I keep getting, because I was getting different cards, and then there's like... maybe it was the East. I think it was the East before, so this is different. Okay. All right. Well, you got this wonderful card, the Sun card. The Sun card is about healing and love and creativity, abundance. Wonderful children are associated with this card. Success. And this is connected to the sign of Leo. Actually, the Temperance card to the right is connected to Sagittarius, and the Queen of Wands is connected to Sagittarius. So we have a lot of fire energy here. Fire energy is about enthusiasm. You may be in a very good place right now, Libra, where you feel plugged into life, where you feel vibrant, you feel like you have a lot of positive energy radiating through you, and maybe this feels really nice for some reason. Well, I mean, for obvious reasons, but perhaps you have something to contrast it to, and you're so grateful that you're on the upswing. Maybe before you were dealing with something trying, and you feel like you're aligned right now. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep going, and especially with the Sun card with love, if you have fallen in love with somebody and that person is a very important part of your life. You know, I just want to say something that besides what we read about, you know, and I don't know the last time I read a romance novel. That just reminded me of something. It reminded me of reading a book when I was really young that was an old romance novel from maybe the 40s or something. I read one that was even earlier than that. But you know, the thing about falling in love, it's not just about all of the kind of the goo goo gaga, you know, stuff, but it's really about feeling that somebody sees the light within you. And I think that's when I see the Sun card, I think about somebody seeing the good in you. And this can be especially healing, because the Sun card is also about healing. So love can heal. Nobody can really teach you can love you enough for you to love yourself. I don't believe that, but I think they can reflect back to you your innate qualities that make you a good person. And if you didn't receive a lot of that growing up, then you may feel kind of starved for that. And in that particular case, you know, there's like, it's a form of insecurity. I think it's very common, definitely not just with the sign of Libra, but I mean just the human condition. And so that to me is one of the most beneficial things about falling in love, is that you fall in love with that person's true self. And even when you fall in love with the quote-unquote wrong person who has a bunch of problems, you still are seeing the good in that person. And so that is a good thing. It just may mean, though, that if the person has a lot of problems, they may drag you down with them, and that's not good. But yeah, so right now you may be feeling this sense of, if you are in love, that it is inspiring you to go after what you want. So the Queen of Wands, this is a card, like for a woman, this can be a woman who's both a mother and a career woman, you know. And I always note that she's holding a sunflower, and I'm like, why is she not associated with Leo? Because here we have Leo, and why isn't she? And it's associated with Sagittarius. Well, I can't figure that one out. But in any case, the sunflower is supposed to indicate her nature, which is sunny and is positive. And again, maybe you've given birth, or if you're a man, maybe you are a parent for the first time, and the Queen of Wands is your wife, and you're seeing her as you know, more than one thing, because queens represent mothers, but wands represent that career path. And actually, wands represent creativity. Creativity stems from the individual knowing him or herself and expressing that unique creative self-expression to others. I mean, that's what you know, you think about somebody like Van Gogh and how he, you know, what his style was like compared to somebody else like Monet, or you know, even somebody who was a contemporary of him. They may have had totally different styles. Because they're different people. And so the point being that this seems like this is a very creative time for you, because all three of these cards are connected to fire. Then we have here Temperance, which is associated with Sagittarius, and it's also 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Balancing the spiritual and the material. And when I see spiritual, I also say it could be creative. It's not just about going to church or meditating or something like that, but also what we create. Because that is coming from a spiritual place as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, balancing. You know, Libra is about needing balance, the scales. And it seems like you are balanced and that you are very positive at this time. And then let's look at the Native Spirit card. Spirit Keeper of the West, and see what that says. I'm going to read this from the booklet and see if there's any connection with the other cards. Transformation, letting go of the old, initiation, illumination, harvest. Gather your inner resources. If it doesn't feel right, don't go ahead. Trust your heart. Chaos brings positive change. Almost all change comes out of turmoil. Don't be concerned if there's confusion in your life. It will all work out. I think that, you know, with the Queen of Wands, sometimes that fire energy, and the fact that it's all fire, it can be drama maybe, a lot of, but passion. It doesn't have to be bad. It can just be like feeling very strongly and being very independent in those feelings. In the medicine wheel, the West is a direction that symbolizes the fiery setting sun, autumn, the waning moon, and the time of harvest, and the tumultuous years of teenagers in the human cycle. Out of the chaos arise illumination and transformation. In order for the new to ignite in your life, it's necessary to let go of the old. Sweep away the debris. The Spirit Keeper of the West reminds us to slow down our rapid growth and harvest what we have attained. In the autumn, leaves are burned to make way for new growth. Release the dross in your life to make way for new growth. It's funny, as I was reading that about autumn, I was thinking about the Southern Hemisphere and how it's autumn while it's spring here, where I am. And I joke, and I always say I can't imagine, March and April and May being autumn, because I just have those connections with, September, October, and November. And that's coming from my perspective. So some of these cards, these are like, some of these cards can be like fall cards, like, the Temperance card, well, forget about it, because even the Temperance, if it's Sagittarius, that's not fall, that's winter. They always have like a little thing you can do, like a little activity. And they say, stand facing the west and the setting sun. Imagine that all limitations and blockages in your life are flowing from your heart into the sun. As the sun sets, it carries with it your cares and concerns to be transformed by its purifying energy. That's very interesting. And it's interesting because Libra has had 2 full moons back to back, in March and April. And so full moons are purifying times. So even though we've come out of that, or you've come out of that, that may have already been the catalyst for you to begin to let go of things in your life. So in any case, I hope that you enjoyed this, Libra, and I wish you good, all the best for this start of a new month. Take care. Bye.